it's a real pleasure to introduce my friend Debbie to come up to the stage now. She's going to tell us more about how we put the app together, some of its features and functions, and I'm sure it'll be very interesting for us all. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. I'm Debbie, and I run the fundraising team. However, I have had the absolute privilege of being involved on the MPN app journey from the start, and it's my pleasure to talk to you today and show you some of the functionality. So, the app is live on stages 1 and 2, which is part of the study. During 2025, the app will be available without being part of the study, and we will start that, first of all, with UK patients, and then we will go globally with it. I think it's really important to know that if you were to go to the App Store today and load the MPN Voice app and you're not registered on the study, it will not work. If you want to be part of the study, you can get the links from the MPN Voice website, or we've got some leaflets on the table in the breakout room where we have a QR code and you'll be able to access information from there. So, from my perspective, it has been extremely quick and easy to record and track symptoms. You can keep notes, and that helps you to complete a picture of your MPN journey. The MPN Voice app also has links to the MPN Voice website, to our YouTube channel, to Health Unlocked. It's got some fantastic NHS support links for well-being, for sleep, and you can also access our link tree, which will give you up-to-date notifications, details of forums, and links to our social media pages. As a patient, it has enabled me to have a complete journal of my personal MPN journey, and it gives me a place where I've got comprehensive details of my care team, my medications, and my clinical results. And I'm going to talk through with you now exactly how that works. So, for people who are on the study and on stage 1, you have a watch, as we've already spoken about. Now, that watch will connect to a Withings app, which then in turn actually populates the MPN Voice app with biometric data regarding activity, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and sleep. And that information gets pulled across overnight, every night. So, when you first start using the app, you set up your own personal profile. So you're able to put in your, your personal details, and then you put in details of your condition, your care team, your mutation, and the date that you were diagnosed, which again is very important information. So, Patrick has talked today about the importance of reporting outcomes, and this is something that you're able to do, and we ask that you do that on a daily basis. So what you actually do every day is you click on the check-in, you go to outcomes, you click on the plus sign, and then you use the sliding scale for each of the symptoms and just mark where you're at. It really does only take a couple of minutes. You press the next button, the next symptom comes up, and so on. So on the home screen, once you've actually populated it, you then have a list. You have these like little graphs. So after you've done the MPN 10, you then go on and do your other symptoms, you do your quality of life, and then you do your well-being. Once we actually have all this information, you are then able, and this is really important, to go back and to do what I call a deep dive. So you can go back and actually have a look at all your information for a given time frame, and you can choose what that is. So you simply use this arrow here, and it takes you to your total scores with the graphs for either a period of a week, a month, or a year. It gives you then the ability to scroll across each and every one of the symptoms. So you can deep dive into the total score, you can deep dive into the individual elements, and you can do that deep dive on every single thing that you have put into the application. So another important thing to us all is the blood results. So again, that works in exactly the same way. So we go to the daily check-in. This time we actually select clinical, and then we select the blood results. And I've given an example here of the first blood that is actually asked for. You put your result in. If you would like to add a note, you can, and you simply press next. And then the next element that's required will actually come up, and so on. Once you've actually put all of those in, you then have the ability to, again, do a deep dive. So you've got this button at the bottom, which then will open up your blood results. For the first week, it will show what you have just input. And then again, you go onto the individual arrows, and you can deep dive, and you can have a look over the whole of the year or the year before on each element. So here we've got an illustration with hemoglobin, and the little dots represent the blood results over the period of a year. Now, people have their bloods taken at different intervals. Some people may have it done monthly, some may have 3 monthly, some 6 monthly. But it doesn't matter. Whatever you record in there, you will see graphed over the year, and you can go back and look at the historic. What you're also able to do if you want to, and you are able to do this with everything that you've input, is you can actually export this information as well. So let's have a look next at the medication. So there are a couple of features for medication. There's adherence and there's reminders. Adherence is really helpful in confirming that the medication is being taken with the requirements that we are supposed to do. And there is reminders, which is an optional feature to prompt you to take your medicine at the times that you're prescribed it. And that is done through input. But again, if you don't want your phone bleeping all of the time and you've got another system, it is optional. So when you actually look at adherence, it will come up with what you're doing on that day. You can actually go and input a date from the day before if you forgot to do it. And you just simply put a tick in the box, and it will confirm that you've taken your medication as required. We talked about the importance of having information at our fingertips. So again, the My MPN Voice app has links to what are very, very important and credible sites. So you are able to access directly from the notice board, which is here, and you then get access to MPN Voice website, to Health Unlocked, to NHS links, and some featured links from our link tree, which will give you the most up-to-date notifications, details of forums, etc., etc. We only have links to sites that are credible. So for things like diet and sleep, we link you with the NHS. We have a link to Health Unlocked, and Health Unlocked is moderated by MPN clinicians. So any information that is posted on there will be sure to be screened and made that if there is anything on there that is not factual or is not correct, is removed. So it's a really, really reliable source of information for you. We also have links to our fundraising page, and this will probably be an area that in the future we continue to grow on. Okay, so this screen here is the screen that is for those people who are on the study only with a wearable. So we talked about on the very first slide how the information from the watch is actually drawn overnight into the MPN, My MPN app, and it does that automatically, populating with sleep, activity, ECG, and night SPO scores. And you get to see them. Again, every feature that we have has this ability to deep dive into previous months, over a year, and as the app is used more and more, you will be able to go and have a look at any historic information. So compare it, in a year's time, you'll be able to compare it with a year. So for me, that's the demonstration element that I wanted to show you today. But for me, I think it's really important to just say that it is not at all cumbersome to use. You will find that you actually just establish a new routine, and it's really, really important. I have a really thorough record now of my time in between clinical appointments. And, it may well be that you actually go to an appointment on a really good day and you just say everything is all fine, because you can't necessarily remember exactly when something happened, but you will be able to do that when you use this app. It doesn't matter how repetitive or spiky the recorded symptom outcomes are. What is important is that you do them regularly. And notes are really, really useful when they've occurred, when symptoms have occurred, for both you and anybody that you're going to be sharing that information. When we started to look at bringing in an app for patients, we wanted it to be a one-stop shop. We wanted you to be able to get everything that you needed in order to empower and provide all the necessary information, guidance, and support with knowledge, basically, and to be able to manage your MPN. I'm also really happy that I can contribute to the study, knowing that our amazing clinicians are able to collectively use that data, which in turn is actually going to help MPN patients now and in the future. So as far as the app is concerned, that is me finished. I did say at the very beginning of the talk that I ran the fundraising team, and we've got a little video of our fundraisers of 2024 at the table. So please do come along and see us. We will help you with any other information that you want with regard to the app. But if you can do anything to support us as we move into 2025 on any fundraising challenge, I'd be delighted to talk you through what you can do and how I can support you. So thank you very much for your time today.